Welcome back. Joining me this morning is financial advisor Derieck Hodges, here to share some holiday spending tips. Obviously, the holidays are coming up. They're fast approaching, and there's so much that people need to know before they really dive into holiday shopping. So what's the best way to set a budget for buying those Christmas-related presents?
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's already here, but Santa's already making his list. I think we should be doing the same thing. So I think it's just so important to avoid that post-holiday stress, to sit down and think about how much money do I want to spend. And then instead of just going out and starting to buy your gifts, make a list of everybody you want to buy a gift for, because what if you had $500 you were going to spend and you had 5 people you wanted to spend the money on? You know, that's $100 a person. But if little Johnny wants a PlayStation and you think it's $100 and you find out in the store it's, say, $300, your budget's going to get stressed immediately. So I think having that game plan and a good sense of what everything's going to cost is really important.
And I guess it's best to probably check that list twice.
Oh, I think so.
Just as Santa does. All right, and what about handmade gifts? How does that help with it all?
Oh, sometimes handmade, you know, the old DIY stuff is a great idea. Oftentimes you can save a lot of money. Now that's not all the time. You talk to crafters, they'll tell you sometimes they can't sell things for enough to cover their costs, but sometimes you can. And I think they're major impactful. I remember my in-laws, when they were living, they made toffee every year and peanut brittle. And to this day, people still comment on how much they appreciated that extra little sweat equity that they put into that.
There's just something about it. I feel like you can really feel the love when it's a handmade gift.
Absolutely.
And like we said, you know, it's early, but people are already starting to shop. And so is there really any truth to getting started early with your shopping?
Yeah, I think so, because you know, I don't think retailers want to get a lump of coal, and retail sales during the holiday seasons are a massive part of their sales. So you're going to start to see promotions and deals, and now's a good time to be taking advantage of those. And we all know about Black Friday, but there'll be other opportunities to take advantage of that. And so again, having that list, knowing what you want to spend money on, and starting to do your shopping will give you a sense if you can get a deal or not.
And I feel like oftentimes when it comes to the holiday season, people are like, oh, I need to buy for this person, and they just have so many people that they need to buy for. But would you say it may be smart to maybe do like a Secret Santa type of thing, so you're not having to pay or buy for every single person in your family?
I think totally.
Yeah.
I think so many people end up getting overextended, and then they lose the joy of it. And you know, you think about it, this is a season of family, friends, loving neighbors, loving yourselves and your family, you know, and I think we sometimes lose sight of that. And I think if we look back over our lives, most of the time we're not going to remember that what we got for 2023 Christmas, but we probably are going to remember those investments of time in people.
And you know, holiday or online shopping has just blown up over the past few years. But there is something to say about probably going into the store and buying that Christmas present. But when it comes to online shopping, you know, are the deals better when it comes to online, or is it, you know, who's to say?
Yeah, anybody's guess. I think typically we've been conditioned to think they're a better deal, but just the other day I saw when a major online retailer was running a special, we did a little bit of checking, and there were many local deals that were better, and sometimes the online deals are better. I think, trust through verifying, check it out and shop around.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. And what's that best way to track spending? Is it on an app? Is it just on pen and paper? What would you advise?
I think both can be really effective. I think it's about personality as much as anything. Some people go, I hate tech.
Right.
So pen and paper can be effective. I think the old envelope system where you put money in envelopes can be really effective. But I just think whatever kind of hits your brain's wiring and will be effective and that you'll use is the key.
And just a little bit ago, we were joking with Brian. He was saying, get that credit card out, but no, you don't want to get that credit card out during the holiday shopping season, or probably any time, really.
Brian is amazing at forecasting weather. I'm not going to take his advice on using those credit cards.
Right. And so when it comes to holiday shopping and, buying presents for your loved one, obviously it could probably get a little bit overwhelming. I guess, what's your best advice if you're a person who wants to give something, but they don't want to spend an arm and a leg?
Yeah, I just think those, DIY gifts can be really great, but time.
Yeah.
I think just, you know what, slow down, spend time with the people you love, and I think you'll find that people will remember that, and I think you'll feel uplifted and fulfilled when you do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, Derek, thanks so much. That was all such great advice, and don't let the holiday shopping season stress you out, because the holidays are supposed to be such a joyous time that we're supposed to spend with family and friends. All right, we'll be back in just a bit.